Hey y'all, I'm Carol Corey, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Welcome back to my Creating Corner. I'm so glad you're joining me again. We're gonna have a fun one today. It's rainy outside, but my paper pumpkin kit came, so I'm good. This is the September 2024 Autumn Abundance. And you know this is gonna be a pretty one. Paper Pumpkin's been knocking it out of the park lately, don't you think? Anyway, so I'm really glad to have you here. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'm here for you. You'll see my information up above and I'll have it in the description box below. And if you do have a demonstrator, awesome! Then you already know that we have the best products. So stay, play along with me. Let me see some of the things you've been working on. Put them in the comment box below. Well, thank you so much, and let's get started. Okay, so here we are. This is the Autumn Abundance, September 2024. Let me get into this. I'm excited. It seems like forever, or at least a month, and since we've done a paper pumpkin together. Let us see what this September Autumn Abundance is all about. Okay. And I love this glass mat right here that I'm using, and it's really, I really love using it, but it gets a glare from the lamp, I think, when I'm trying to film, so that's why I have the graph paper over it. You can get both the Glass Mat Studio, which comes with a couple extra little goodies like a cloth to clean it with and a silicone pad in which to keep your little stamping spots and keep your stamps when you're not using them so that you can get your hands right on them. But you can also get this graph paper, and the graph paper is 16 inches measured along the bottom, 10 inches measured along the side, and on the other side is metric. So anyways, let's talk about the paper pumpkin kit. Open that up, and we've got pretty leaves, and it says, "With thanks, sending autumn wishes your way, and thinking of you." How pretty! How pretty these are. And it comes with a Cajun Craze Stampin' Spot. I'm going to keep this one sealed up, and I'm going to use my regular Cajun Craze pad. I like to use these for little giveaways or when I travel. It's so much more convenient. It doesn't take up hardly as much room when you're using these versus the full-size stamp pads. And of course they all come wrapped in this beautiful blue tissue paper. Always good to save for a gift that you might need to wrap up. And let's see what we have here. Well, this is promising. Oh, look how beautiful that is. Ooh. Oh, those are pretty. This one, you're building it on what looks like a wood slab. Beautiful colors. This is similar to what was in our Winter Wishes Designer Series paper last year. And oh, the mushrooms and that is a beautiful woodland background. Let us get into it instead of looking at it while it's sealed. All you need when you're doing a paper pumpkin kit is a pair of scissors to get into your kit. Sometimes you'll need your scissors to cut some twine, but it doesn't look like there's any twine in this package. Everything comes packaged so nicely. You're not going to lose anything rolling around. There we go. Okay, here we've got Stampin' Dimensionals. It's a nice adhesive. What pretty Cajun Craze panels. So we've got 3 of those. And the coordinating envelopes. How cute are these? Okay. This is so pretty. Oh, that is so pretty. So we've got 3 of these envelopes, 3 with the different autumn leaves. Are the leaves changing where y'all live yet? I'm in South Carolina, and in some of the upper elevations we're starting to see maybe just a little bit, but nothing much yet. We're gonna have a peekaboo. Like that very much. Isn't that pretty? Oh, that's so nice. And with the front and the back both decorated like this, you know we're gonna cut at least one of these in half and use so that we'll get at least 2 cards out of this. That is beautimous. And here we've got our die cuts, leaves, wood slices. Oh, look at the little snail. Very nice. We have 3 sheets of the die cuts. Look at that. I like that. And again, front and back of the card base is decorated. So you know, 2 more cards. You're not just going to have 1. I like that a lot. I think we can do a lot with that too. And with the little metallic glints, that is awesome. Okay, and here we have some glue dots and plenty of banners. I like these banners. Oh, those are cute. Oh, how pretty. Look. Okay, so we've got these little circles that have the metallic stitching and pure copper leaves. Oh, these are so pretty. Yes. Oh, look at that. Look how pretty that is. Stunning. I love it. And of course, we have some nice cardboard, and this is great for other kinds of crafting, like a mini photo album, which I have a video. I can link it below. I like that. Good. You always get some good, strong cardboard. And this makes an envelope. You just put a little bit of adhesive on either side, and it makes an envelope that your stamp set will fit in. And then when you have it in a box or in a, like I keep mine in a notebook in the clear sleeves, there you see exactly what the stamp says with the black line. That makes it easy. And then we have our directions. On the back you see everything that's included in the kit. This does still coordinate with our dies. Every 3 months or so, Stampin' Up's been releasing a set of dies that goes with the paper pumpkins, and it'll take for like 3 months. And it's like $12 for the little set of dies. And these dies carried us July, August, and now September. Okay, and here are coordinating colors if you want to do a little something different with the materials, which I do believe we're going to do. But here it says all the colors that would coordinate: Cajun Craze, which it comes with, Crumb Cake, Crushed Curry, Early Espresso, Night of Navy, Pecan Pie, Poppy Parade, Pumpkin Pie, Very Vanilla, and Wild Wheat. Lovely. And there are the pictures of the 3 designs, 3 cards each. Now 2 of the designs are full-size cards, and of course the smaller one with the peekaboo window is not quite a full-size card, but perfect. You can still mail that size. And then inside we have fabulous pictorial directions. Super easy to follow. So let me get everything organized, and as you know, I always do one of each card design, and then let's see what else we can come up with. Hang on, I'll be right back. All right, so the first card that we're going to take care of is this cute one right here with that cute little snail and the mushroom, the little woodland scene. I like that one so much, and we're going to start out with that. That is card number 1. Here we go. Let me put the directions right there. Now, in the directions, you're going to see little dots and open circles. The open circles are for the dimensionals, and the little dots are the glue dots. Easy peasy. So we've got the mushroom, a banner for the word. We have a slice of wood. That little snail, I think he's cute. And we have the arch and a spray of oak leaves. Okay, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to open up the Cajun Craze, and like I said, I'm going to use my full-size pad instead of the Stampin' Spot so that I can make sure my Stampin' Spot is ready to go when it's time for me to travel. Now, one thing that I do like to do is, let me get a little piece of scratch paper here. When you're using the photopolymer stamps like this, oh, and this little block right here, when you get your very first paper pumpkin kit and some of the regular kits from Stampin' Up, it comes with a block. I love our kits, I really do. And all year long, every time that you purchase a kit or get a paper pumpkin kit or one of the regular kit sets from Stampin' Up, from my site, 20% of that I put right into my fundraiser. Every September I do a fundraiser for it's called the Great Cycle Challenge, and you ride your bike and you set a goal for how many miles you're going to go and how much money you're going to raise, and all of the money, 100% of it, goes straight to the Children's Cancer Research Fund. I'm going to have a link to that down below. They do phenomenal work. They get research to a point to be able to qualify for really big grants, and the work that they're doing, it's crazy. It's fabulous. So anyways, yeah, so with the kits, with the first paper pumpkin kit and with many of our regular kits, you do get this acrylic block on which to mount your stamps. Now when you're using the photopolymer stamps, you should use something to give it a little bit of padding underneath, like this Stampin' Pierce pad. I've been getting a lot of good impressions just doing it straight on the glass. But, you know, best practice is to use the Stampin' Pierce pad. I think I'm going to, yeah, let me go ahead and use that. So, we are going to start out with following the directions, and up here in the corner, now I like to use just a pair of tweezers. I'm kind of a fumble finger, so it's just easier for me to get the tweezers. So I'm going to put a little glue dot that came with the kit in each of the 4 corners. And coming up from the corner right here, I've got this little spray. I'm going to ink it up nicely on my Cajun Craze pad. And you can see that it's completely inked up, and I'm just going to give it a nice little press. And there we have a beautiful impression. Okay, could have been a little bit darker, but maybe I didn't ink it enough. That's okay. Maybe I should have had it on the Stampin' Pad. Alrighty, well, we're just going to be happy with it the way it is. Everything handmade is always going to be a little bit different. That's the pleasures of having handmade. It has your own little mark on it. A lot of times I get things crooked. I say, yep, that's my astigmatism coming out. So here we go. Before I put the dots on the back of my little word banner there, I am going to stamp it. Now the mushroom, the little wood cookie, and the snail take dimensionals. Okay. On my little word window here, if I can pick it up, I'm going to do it on the piercing pad. Okay. On the word window, I am going to stamp "Sending you autumn wishes." Let me get it inked up so I can read it. "Sending autumn wishes your way." Get that inked up. Beautiful, beautiful. And we're going to put a couple little blue dots on the back of that one. Give it a good crease. If you have a bone folder, use your bone folder to give it a good crease. If you don't have a bone folder, just use your finger. It's okay. That's what makes these kits so perfect for beginning stampers. So we're going to open this up. I guess we'll turn it that way. Let's take the little wax paper thing off the back here. Put that right here on the inside of the card. And here we have a peekaboo. Very cute. And there you have it. Isn't that adorable? And of course, it has the coordinating envelope to pop it into. But how precious is that? Sending autumn wishes your way. And of course, you can just have the inside to do your writing, or you could use the thinking of you stamp and put that sentiment in the middle, or the sending thanks, or whatever you want. So cute, so cute. I like that so much. What a cute little scene. Okay, let's pop this one away. And let's see what card number 2 is like. Card number 2 is this stunner. So we have our blue spray, we have our wild wheat spray, we have a round die cut for our sentiment, and it's got little shiny stitches around the edges, and of course this beautiful card front. I'm not cutting it yet. That'll be when we're done with the 3 cards, but you know I'm going to do something with this card. Okay, so according to the directions, we want to put the spray, we want to stamp it a couple times. So let me ink this one up. And looking here, it shows you. Put a spray over here, one there, one up there. Okay. So here we've got one here, one here, and one to take up that spot right there. Beautiful, beautiful. And on our round die cut is Thinking of You. There we go. That will get the dimensionals, the others will get, well, this will get glue dots, the others will get dimensionals. Now this, even the directions show you to cut it so you can get a little half of a dimensional there on that bottom leaf. I have a pair of scissors here that has this pipe cleaner on it. These are my sticky scissors. When you are cutting anything that's sticky, like your dimensional, I really recommend you have a pair of scissors set aside and let it be called your sticky scissors so that you don't gum up your the ones that you need to be cutting your paper with, okay? So there we go. Oh, isn't that a stunner? That is so pretty. That is so pretty. Now this is following the directions in the kit. Of course, if you wanted to, you could put this sentiment up here and put these leaves up there so that you don't lose any of the pretty paper. But that is a stunner, and of course it has a coordinating envelope also. And finally, card number 3, the wood slice card base with all these lovely leaves and this Cajun Craze banner to put behind the sentiment. This sentiment is with thanks. This is the season for thanks. Actually, every day should be a day to give thanks. Yeah. With thanks. Looks like I might need to re-ink my stamp pad here. Let's go ahead and get that closed because I am done stamping for the moment. And let's get this put together. Oh. No, I'm not done stamping. I need to put this little spray across my wood slice, my lumber, my wood cookie. Get it that way. And another one to come that way. Now this is going to be opening up this direction. Okay. I'm going to put another one on here. If it gets covered, it gets covered. If it's seen, it's seen. I like this. It kind of reminds me of something that's like what, reindeer moss? Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Yes, I went a little over and above, but that's okay. Actually, I stamped it that way because I thought it was going to open like that, but the directions say to open like this. A little bit extra, no problem. Now this, you'll notice I've got glue dots along the bottom and dimensionals up top because we are going to cross it over like so. So you want the glue dots to be on the Cajun Craze strip. Move that a little bit so it hides that tip. And now with the dimensionals on the back, they're all the same height. They're both the same height. And there you have it. Oh, isn't that lovely? That is so pretty. And look at the coordinating envelope. Ah! How quick and easy are these cards? I'm telling you. For the beginning stamper, they are so simple. But for the person who's been stamping a while, but sends a lot of cards, what value? You get 9 cards for $25, including your shipping and tax. So that's like $2 a card. Have you looked at the price of cards lately? These cards have foiling on them. These are really, not only are they cute and handmade, but I mean they're quality. So that was so fun and quick. I tell you what, as fun and quick as these are, I do want to play a little bit. So give me a minute to clean everything up and let's see what else we can do with these materials. Hang on. Okay, a super cute, simple, easy way to use your materials, but in a different way. Like you're working in an office and you want to give birthday cards to different people in the office and you don't want everybody seeing the same exact design. Well, here is going to be a cute, simple way to use your materials and just switch it up a little bit. Okay, so I've got that. I think I will go ahead and stamp this. What did I do with my, grab this. Okay. I am going to, I'm still going to go ahead and stamp a little sprig on there. Why not? Okay. And now I'm going to stamp the same sentiment, sending autumn wishes your way. I'm going to put that right there. Okay. Now before I put this card together, while it doesn't have the weight pulling it, I'm going to stamp on the inside. With the stamps with the paper pumpkin kit, it came with a little snail and his shell. So we're going to put a little snail on the inside. Let's get his shell on there. Cute. Okay. And now, let's put it together. I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of the snail. And there we go. So cute. So cute. Still using the same materials. This is just the materials from the Paper Pumpkin kit, in case you don't have anything extra at home. How precious is that? I like that. But I think we can do something a little more. Some of you might have something else around the house. Let's see what we can do to zhuzh up another one. Don't go away. Okay, for my next card, it's going to be a little stepped up. You can use scissors to cut this card base in half on the score line, or you can use your Stampin' Trimmer. I'm going to use my Stampin' Trimmer. This is awesome. You've got the dark blade is your cutting blade, and then you also have a light scoring blade. This opens up to 17 inches, and you can see right through your presser bar for your cutting. You've got your markings, your measurements go all the way up. You've got your measurements on your score line, and on the sides of your cutting blade and on the side of your scoring blade, you have a little line. I don't know if you can see it, but that lets you know exactly where the blade will cut or score. So I'm going to take this card base, and I'm betting it was scored at 4 1/4. Yep. And you see the score line is right along the cutting track, and I'm going to put it down, and I see my score line is right in the middle, so I'm going to cut. Now here's a trick that you have to keep in mind. When you cut a pre-scored card base in half like this, you've got a little rolled edge from your score line, and you need to cut that off. So then come back and just barely cover your cutting groove so you can cut that little roll from your score line off. Okay, are we ready to continue? I am. Now, because we cut the card in half, we're going to need a card base. You can use basic white if you like. It's easy enough to come across. We also have basic beige and very vanilla. Very vanilla is the color of this background, so I'm going to use very vanilla. Now, one hint. If you go ahead and put your, excuse me, your 8.5 by 11 paper in, and then you want it, the short side against the base down at the bottom. If you line it up at 4 1/4, excuse me, line it up at 4 1/4, and then score it. So you've got your whole 8.5 by 11 scored at 4 1/4. Now you just turn it sideways, line it up at 5 1/2, and cut. And you have 2. Now, if you wanted, and just the one block, you want to be able to get a few stamps set up. These are the same size, and I love them. They're ergonomic. They've got a little groove in each of the 4 sides that your fingers go right in, so you get a good grip on. These are Stamp Block D, and I'll have that down below also. So I'm going to use Stamp Block D, and our Paper Pumpkin stamp set did come with 2 leaves, so I'm going to use those leaves. And I'm going to also use wild wheat and pumpkin pie. That's going to be on the inside. Oh, I didn't quite fold that one exactly right. Let me get that a little better. There we go. There we go. Now I can use just the glue dots if I like, but oh, I still have a bit of the roll there. Let me trim that off real quick. We want all of that score line from when this was a card base. We want that entire score line gone. There we go. Now it's flat. Okay, so I'm going to grab a couple of these glue dots. Now, of course, I would usually use my multi-purpose glue, but if you are trying to use just the materials in the kit, if you're on vacation and didn't bring anything extra with you, you just grab the box. That works too. Or if you're new to stamping, you don't really have anything much extra with you. Okay. And we're going to do this as a portrait. So since I've got those glue dots on there, I'm not going to have much time to move it around, so I'm just going to stand it up together. I guess I can do it this way too. Line it up. So you see, if you're using any other color, it'd be fine. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to take 2 of my leaves and 1 copper leaf. This is going to be super simple, but oh so pretty. Let me put that there. Connect that one there. Put another glue dot there. Put that copper leaf right on top. Not exactly straight, but a little off. And that, oh, that looks so pretty. Okay. Now I'm going to cross where these 2 are. I'm going to cross that with a glue dot to make sure that it holds nice and steady. Let's just throw a few on here. We get so many on this sheet. We are not going to use them all up. Okay. Take that protective paper back off. Before I finish this, I need to stamp the inside. Okay, using my pumpkin pie and my wild wheat. Now, I'm going to alternate. wild wheat, pumpkin pie, wild wheat, pumpkin pie. There we go. Isn't that pretty? Just kind of dripping down the middle. I like that. I do. And in, what color do I want to use? Cajun Craze. Let's go ahead and let's use the wild wheat. Let me move this Sending Autumn Thoughts to You. I'm going to put that up a little bit higher. Here we go. Sending autumn wishes your way. Oh, I love it! I love it! Now let's finish the front. Let's put this away before I put my hand in it. Okay, I've got the Thinking of You stamp mounted here. So in the Cajun Craze, of course I could have used any of those colors, but I am going to use the Cajun Craze on this one. I'm going to take this little wood cookie and put it down, and can you guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to stamp on that wood cookie. It fits. Thinking of You. Let it drink it in a minute. Oh, I love it. Okay, it just needs a couple glue dots on the back. Whatever did I do with those glue dots? There they are. Ooh. This is so pretty. I'll throw another one on there for good luck. Okay. Now, I'm not putting it right on the card yet. I've got one of the round die cuts that have the coppery metallic stitch lines. And look at that. It fits just perfectly. Now let me throw a couple of dimensionals on the back of that one. Oops, I grabbed two. There we go. And here, whoopsie, here we go. For the person who has been stamping a little bit or is using Paper Pumpkin as their gateway into the stamping world and just wants to basically use Paper Pumpkin but get an extra little item or two. So this is for somebody who has an extra little item or two or wants to get it. So here I've got some vellum, and look, I love how the vellum looks when you put it over such brilliant colors as this card base. Now I am also using the Every Celebration dies. This little pack of dies was $12, and it coordinated with the July, the August, and this September kit. Every Celebration. We have the word hooray and a cute little flower cutout, and I'm using the leaf. Actually, I've already used the leaf and cut out 2 leaves. Let me just put this away, and I've already cut out 2 leaves from our gorgeous, put it away, shouldn't have. Here we go. Our gorgeous gold metallic vellum. It's like a mercury glass vellum. Isn't that just beautiful? I love it, I love it. Okay, now when I cut that out, I used the adhesive sheets. When you have a die that's pretty detailed, you might want to back your paper, or in this case the vellum, with the adhesive sheets. And that way it turns whatever you're cutting into a sticker. Okay, so I cut out 2 leaves from that. I'm going to put the vellum across this panel. Make sure I cut it straight. Okay. Before I do anything though, I'm going to stamp the inside of the card. Coordinating colors included Pumpkin Pie, Poppy Parade, and the Wild Wheat. I'm going to use the pumpkin pie and the poppy parade to do leaves like I did on that other card. Yes, I am. Grab my pad again. Okay. So, here are my leaves. And don't push and smush, just tap, 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 especially with these photopolymers. You can see that it's completely inked up. One. And the pumpkin pie. Kind of went dark, didn't it? Okay. Just tap it a little bit. Oh. I'm not touching it enough. Oh, that was a nice one. And one more pumpkin pie coming off the edge there. I think to tone the whole flavor down of the inside of the card, I'm going to use the wild wheat. I think that'll be pretty. So I'm going to take my sentiment, sending autumn wishes your way, and in wild wheat, oh, that looks good. Yes, I like that. That looks good. Okay, now for the front. You know I'm using vellum. I'm going to put this here so I see exactly where I'm stamping. And I am going to emboss with gold embossing powder my Thinking of You. So here we go, get my Versamark. Versamark is our watermark pad, which is phenomenal when it comes for staying moist to powder emboss. Now on vellum, you could probably use whatever color you wanted and put clear embossing powder on it and have it embossed in whatever color you choose, because the vellum stays, it won't soak up the ink. It takes a while to dry. But I'm going to use the Versamark and I'm going to put Thinking of You right there. I'm going to close my Versamark pad before I get the powder out, because I don't particularly want powder all over my pad. We have some new embossing powders. They're called Wow embossing powders, and they're anti-static. If you want to keep them anti-static, you can't really use plastic. That adds the static back to it. But this is not the new, I'm still using the other that we had. There we go. And you know, with the Stampin' Up heat gun, you can emboss on anything you want because it's got two speeds. It's got, well, two levels of heat. It has low and high. I'm going to start it out on low. And then I'm moving to high. Oh, isn't that pretty? So I started it on low and I moved into high. Okay, now when you're using vellum, you have to be careful where you put your adhesive, because your adhesive just might show through. It doesn't show through too much, but the tear and tape doesn't show through too much, but we just want to be kind of careful. So let me get this out. And I'm just going to leave it sitting on this panel while I put it together. Okay. So here, you remember the swag that we had. I cut the swag. Should have done it with y'all, sorry. But the swag was like that. and I simply cut it. Okay, and I've got glue dots on the back, so I'll probably put that like that. And then I have my little wild wheat spray right here. And this beautiful purpley one right there. Oh, that's showing out. Okay, I might put it under. Okay, let's get this all sit down. And then I'll see where I can hide some more adhesive. I'm going to come on up a little bit. This is the other half of that dimensional that we used before. Remember we cut that dimensional? I'm just going to put that there. I think I want that to kind of be over the tip of this one. There we go. Out of my way. Not ready for you yet. Changed my mind. I can do that. Okay, there we go. And now this one we will put like so. Oh, I like it. I like that a lot. Okay. I think to add just a little something else, let's see, should I go ahead? I'm going to go ahead and put this down on my card base. Just going to use some all-purpose glue. When you use some all-purpose glue, you do have an extra little minute to move things around to get them exactly perfect. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. There. Okay. And this is going to be like that. Got that stuck there. Okay, I can put some tear and tape right behind here. I could use the glue dots if I want. I like tear and tape. You get a bigger area covered quicker, more quickly. There we go. This should be all I need. If y'all haven't used tear and tape, I love it. It doesn't really show through the vellum, but putting it where it's like that, that's a little risky. Oh, that's pretty. Now we just need to finish it off. Okay, I've got this linen thread, and I'm going to double a pretty long piece of it. And I'm just going to make a bow with the doubled thread. So it's a little bit zhuzhier. How's that? Ah, yes. Snip it. Cut that loop. Pull that down. Oh, I do like that with, yes. I had thought about using the wild wheat ribbon. I think this is so pretty. Look. I'd made a knot in it. But look at this, how pretty it is. It's the cream with the wild wheat color shot thread through it. And I thought about using that, but this ribbon I think was a little heavy. Yeah, so I do like it with the linen thread though. I think that's perfect. I'm not using any gems on here because if you use the flat gems, you're good. But if you use the ones that are rather rounded, then you have to use extra postage. And we can make a beautiful card without having to use extra postage. Just put a glue dot on the back of my bow. Put that down there. Oh, I think that's so cute. Trim these down. Okay. Oh, that's cute. Okay. Now, I don't want quite so much negative space up there, so I think I'm going to have this one here. This was cut from the dies out of the Mercury paper. And, let's see, I have another one somewhere. Here it is on my Take Your Pick tool. Okay, so I've got one coming down this way. And I think I'm going to have this one coming down that way just to take up some of that space. But, oh, I think that is so pretty. Oh, I think that is so pretty. And you know what? Because I have these leaves here, I can put a little bit more tear and tape back there. It'll be camouflaged. And it'll help make sure that the panel is a little more secure. Oh, I can't wait to be done with this one so I can just take a look at it and say, yeah, I love it. Oh, yes. I think embossing on the vellum is so pretty. And where is the other end? There it is. Yeah, this one end is coming up a little bit, so let's get that there. This Take Your Pick tool is quite handy. Oh, I think that is so pretty. Now this is using a couple extra things. Basically, the items from your paper pumpkin kit. It's the stamps, the coordinating dies that you can add on, the die cuts that come in the kit, the card base. I'm going to put another little glue dot under here because it kind of wants to poke up a bit more than I want it to. Use that to get the wax off. Whoopsie. There we go. Oh, I love it. Okay, so let me clear this all off and let's take a look at all of our cards. Okay, Paper Pumpkin September 2024 Autumn Abundance. Remember, card number 1, as designed in the kit, sending autumn wishes your way. And I think that is adorable. And it's coordinating envelope. Let's get that right there. And then we have card number 2 with thanks, the big slice. And remember, it's got the slices on the back also. Guess it would help if I held it in the camera range. So with thanks. And then the third card in the kit is Thinking of You. And I think that is so pretty. I love these colors. And again, a coordinating envelope. And now for the cards that we designed together. Again, you know, those of you who stamp all the time and you've got all the fun stuff, you really can go crazy with these. And we know how to design a card. But sometimes you get lost in all the details. But look what you can do with just changing around a couple of items Super simple, it was super quick, and I think that is super cute too. So that was our first alternate card. Our second alternate card, we cut the card base from number 2 in half and used just the front, so we can use the other side on, we used the back, and we can use the front for another card. But, and we used a couple of the die cuts. We stamped right on the little wood cookie die cut that comes in the kit, and we layered it on top of the round sentiment die cut and just popped it there, and I think that is great. I can add whatever kind of little gems I want to, but I think I like it like this. I really do. That is perfectly beautiful. And this one, I really think is perfectly beautiful. Now this was a little bit more of things I had around. I used the coordinating dies, the Every Celebration dies. I did some powder embossing, of course, on the vellum, and I added some little extra twine. This was the back side, the back card panel from this card right here. I liked having that negative space there. And actually I could make mirror cards, do another one exactly like it, but do the embossing on that side. I did put a couple of the Mercury Vellum leaves to take up some more of that, and it just toned down the back, and I think that's beautiful. Anyways, thank you for sticking it out with me. I hope you like my cards. I'd appreciate a thumbs up, and if you aren't subscribed, go ahead and click subscribe, and then you can come back and play again. If you make these cards, why don't you go ahead and share it with us. Put a picture in the comment below. I'd love to see what y'all are working on. So, Paper Pumpkin, the everything you need, and look what you can get. I love it. It's great it's a great gift. Seriously, for the creative person in your life, this would make a great birthday gift or Christmas gift. You can buy one box for them. You can get them, you can prepay for 3 months. You can prepay for 6 months. You can even prepay a year. If you prepay a year, it's like getting a free box in the mail. Anyways, if you do not have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'm here for you. You can reach me anytime through my 24/7 store. All the information will be down below. Thank you so much. And until next time, keep making the world a beautiful place. Bye now.